COINTELPRO techniques for dilution, misdirection and control of an internet forum. Technique number 1. Forum sliding. If a very sensitive posting of a critical nature has been posted on a forum, it can be quickly removed from the public view by forum sliding. In this technique, a number of unrelated posts are quietly pre-positioned on the forum and allowed to age. Each of these misdirectional forum postings can then be called upon at will to trigger a forum slide. The second requirement is that several fake accounts exist, which can be called upon to ensure that this technique will not be exposed to the public. To trigger a forum slide and flush the critical post out of public view, it is simply a matter of logging into each account, both real and fake, and then replying to pre-positioned postings with a simple 1 or 2 line comment. This brings the unrelated postings to the top of the forum list, and the critical posting slides down the front page and quickly out of public view. Although it is difficult or impossible to censor the posting, it is now lost in the sea of unrelated and unuseful postings. By this means, it becomes possible to keep the readers of the forum reading unrelated and non-issue items. Technique number 2. Consensus cracking. A second highly effective technique, which you can see in operation all the time at abovetopsecret.com, is consensus cracking. To develop a consensus crack, the following technique is used. Under the guise of a fake account, a posting is made which looks legitimate and is towards the truth. But the critical point is that it has a very weak premise without any substantive proof to back the posting. Once this is done, then under alternative fake accounts, a very strong position in your favor is slowly introduced over the life of the posting. It is imperative that both sides are initially presented, so the uninformed reader cannot determine which side is the truth. As postings and replies are made, the stronger evidence or disinformation in your favor is slowly seeded in. Thus, the uninformed reader will most likely develop the same position as you, and if their position is against you, their opposition to your posting will most likely be dropped. However, in some cases where the forum members are highly educated and can counter your disinformation with real facts and linked postings, you can then abort the consensus cracking by initiating a forum slide. Technique number 3. Topic dilution. Topic dilution is not only effective in forum sliding, it is also very useful in keeping the forum readers on unrelated and non-productive issues. This is a critical and useful technique to cause a resource burn. By implementing continual and non-related postings that distract and disrupt the forum readers, (trolling), they are more effectively stopped from doing anything of any real productive value. If the intensity of gradual dilution is intense enough, the readers will effectively stop researching and simply slip into a gossip mode. In this state, they can be more easily misdirected away from facts towards uninformed conjecture and opinion. The less informed they are, the more effective and easy it becomes to control the entire group in the direction that you would desire the group to go in. It must be stressed that a proper assessment of the psychological capabilities and the levels of education of the group needs to be determined first, in order to know at what level to drive in the wedge. By being too far off topic too quickly, it may trigger censorship by a forum moderator. Technique number 4. Information collection. Information collection is also a very effective method to determine the psychological level of the forum members, and to gather intelligence that can be used against them. In this technique, in a light and positive environment, I show you mine, now you show me yours posting is initiated. From the number of replies and answers that are provoked, much statistical information can be gathered. An example is to post your favorite weapon, and then encourage other members of the forum to showcase what they have. In this matter, it can be determined by reverse proration what percentage of the forum community owns a firearm or an illegal weapon. The same method can be used by posting as one of the forum members and posting your favorite technique of operation. From the replies, various methods that the group utilizes can be studied and effective methods developed to stop them from their activities. Technique number 5. Anger trolling. Statistically, there's always a percentage of the forum posters who are more inclined to violence. In order to determine who these individuals are, it is a requirement to present an image to the forum to deliberately incite a strong psychological reaction. From this, the most violent in the group can be effectively singled out for reverse IP location and possibly local enforcement tracking. To accomplish this goal, it only requires posting a link to a video depicting a local police officer massively abusing his power against a very innocent individual. Statistically, of the 1 million or so police officers in America, there's always 1 or 2 being caught abusing their powers, and the taping of these activities can then be used for intelligence gathering purposes, without the requirement of staging a fake abuse video. This method is extremely effective, and the more so, the more abusive the video can be made to look. Sometimes it is useful to lead the forum by replying to your own posting with your own statement of violent intent, and that you do not care what the authorities think, inflammation. By doing this and showing no fear, it may be more effective in getting the more silent and self-disciplined violent intent members of the forum to slip and post their real intentions. This can be used later in a court of law during prosecution. Technique number 6. Gaining full control. It is important to also be harvesting and continually maneuvering for a forum moderator position. Once this position is obtained, the forum can be effectively and quietly controlled by deleting unfavorable postings, and one can eventually steer the forum into complete failure and lack of interest by the general public. This is the ultimate victory, as the forum is no longer participated with by the general public and no longer useful in maintaining their freedoms. Depending on the level of control you can obtain, you can deliberately steer a forum into defeat by censoring postings, deleting memberships, flooding, or even accidentally taking the forum offline. By this method, the forum can be quickly killed. However, it is not always in the best interest to kill a forum, as it can be converted into a honeypot gathering center to collect and misdirect newcomers, and from this point on to be completely used for your agenda purposes. Conclusion. Remember, these techniques are only effective if the forum participants do not know about them. Once they are aware of these techniques, the operation can completely fail, and the forum can become uncontrolled. At this point, other avenues must be considered, such as initiating a false legal precedent to simply have the forum shut down and taken offline. But this is not desirable, as it then leaves the enforcement agencies unable to track the percentage of these in the population who always resist attempts for control against them. Many other techniques can be utilized and developed by the individual, and as you develop further techniques of infiltration and control, it is imperative to share them with HQ.